Jonathan Fulberg. I'm a behavioral psychologist, and I'm one of the founders of the Gogoren Group and Gogoren.com. So what we've asked you to do is we've asked you to send in a few samples of your wine for evaluation so we can bring them to market. Let me give you a bit of history and explain why we do that and really what we're about. Approximately 7 years ago, I had immigrated to London, and I was walking just through the streets after work, and I was looking for a wine shop, and I found 2 or 3 of them. Now, originally I'm from Washington State in the US, and I'm from the wine-producing region of that state. So I was accustomed to drinking some very good local red wines, and it's what I knew. So I went into 2 or 3 different wine shops, and blindly asking, do you have any Washington Reds? And after about 6 or 7 shops in total, I found one. And it was just a kind of a standard red, something you'd find on the second to bottom shelf. Not something you'd really serve at a dinner party, something you'd drink after work on your own whilst cooking. And it was 4 times the price. Well, my first reaction was absolutely not. I'm not paying that much money for this wine, as I know it locally. So what did I do? Well, I did what most people in Britain do. I served one of the big 3, France, Spain, or Italy. Now, France, Spain, and Italy make fantastic wine, and many of you watching might be in France, Spain, or Italy, and your wine industries are very well developed, and I respect them very much. Yet the reality is many smaller countries or more obscure countries that produce wine don't always either 1, export it, or 2, really have a good market presence. Now, us at the Gogoren Group, being a small business, we promote small business and we encourage small business. And small business doesn't always have the resource, the money, the time, etc., to be able to bring their products into a larger global market. So let's fast forward about 7 years. And last year, I was in Budapest, Hungary. And I was sitting with a very dear friend of mine, someone I've known for 25 years, and we couldn't read Hungarian. And we took a guess at the menu, and any of you who've traveled sometimes do that, and it's a bit of fun. It's a bit like playing the roulette. And we got Hungarian red sparkling wine. It is, to this day, one of the single best products I've ever consumed. And my friend looked at me across the table and said, Jonathan, you have one of those business faces on. And I don't know if it was a business face, but what I did think was I had a good idea, and I could get people in Britain to drink this product. Why? Because I know my friends would drink it. I know I would serve it at my dinner parties, and my friends often drink and go on to purchase what I serve at my dinner parties. I love to throw dinner parties. My mother was one of the worst cooks on the planet, so I taught myself how to be a good cook. And that turned into entertaining and just friends around the table. So, with that, how does that affect your business? Well, when we look at the wine industry, we look at, you have the big wine distributors, you have the major grocery stores, but what about everybody else? What about these undiscovered products? Well, what we've asked you to do is we've asked you to send in a few samples of your product, and the only cost to you will be the postage. Nothing more, now or in the future. We're then going to evaluate them. Now, we're going to evaluate them in a very different way than most people. If you read all of the fun wine books, and I've read many of them, and you've spoken to the winemakers and many of the master sommeliers and whatnot, they look at color and clarity and acidity and legs and all of the fun scientific bits. And that's fantastic that they do that, but we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to look at our ability to market it to the average consumer in the United Kingdom. The average consumer is someone that works full-time or perhaps stays home with their children, or someone who is a frequent purchaser of wine to a British statistic, which is approximately 5 bottles per week. 5 bottles per week, 52 weeks out of the year. Obviously more at Christmas, more over any of the other major either religious or civil holidays, and then you have an increase of sparkling products in the summer and over the holiday season as well. Yet, all in all, the average is about 5 bottles per week. That's a lot of wine. So, when we look at the drinkability factor, what we do is we open the bottle, and within 3 to 5 minutes, does it have a good nose? Does it smell like something that I want to drink, that you want to drink, that consumer wants to drink? That's the first element. The second element is the color, and it should look nice in the glass. And the third element is, can you have a glass of it within about 5 minutes? Most people are pretty hasty. They don't go through the decanter process. They don't refrigerate it properly. They're pretty straightforward drinkers. And I think we've all been there. So that's how we're looking to sell our wine. If you go to the average pub in London with red wine, they don't decant it, they don't air it, they open it, they put the bottle on the counter, they give you 2 or 3 glasses and say, have at it. And that's what we're looking to sell. So when you choose to send your products in, we're looking for these products that we can sell to the average consumer that's going to make you money, that's going to really increase your product presence in the UK. We're going to do that through market stalls. We're going to do that through online sales in our market shop. We're going to do that through major promotions for the holidays and various times of the year. And we will want to rotate and change our product supply. We're going to do whites. We're going to do reds. We're going to do rosés. We're going to do sparkling products. And we're going to do unique or fun products such as dessert. So, when we look at the overall drinkability element, that's what we're looking for. We're also looking for a fun label, if it's available. People shop by label. As a behavioral psychologist, I look at behavioral trends. I look at what people are comfortable purchasing. I look at the fact that people buy what they know, and they buy what they find to be unique and fun. There's another element of society which is now looking for unique and new products, and we're also going to be focusing on them. So moving forward, you will begin to see video evaluations from me. These evaluations are just going to go through those basic factors. We're going to look at the label, we're going to open it up, we're going to pour a glass, we're going to look at the fun color, and we're going to see, can you drink it easily? Also, we'll be doing some wine video seminars on how to pour a good glass, how to select a bottle for friends and family, and most importantly, how to choose wine as a gift. Many people buy what they know as a gift because they can say, I can relate. It's called the generalization factor. So we want to use the generalization factor to really promote the product as well. So let's get started, and I look forward to drinking your wine. Thank you.